Hello everybody and welcome back to Teresascorner. I am Teresa Ruiz and thank you all for choosing to spend your time with me. I want to thank you all for your support. It means a lot to me and I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Today I'm outside and it's been a month since I mounted quite a few of my orchids, and I just want to give you an update on how they look. The progress that I've noticed. I have been away for this entire month. I've been home approximately about 4 days this entire month, and I just haven't had a chance to give you guys a proper update. So I figured I'd do that today. I'll get a close-up on how these orchids look. If you guys remember, this phal was in bloom last year. It was affected by thrips, and this is the leaf that was damaged. You can see the damage there. You can see that at one point this orchid was stressed, and the way I know this orchid was stressed at one point is, so if you notice, this leaf down here is one of the oldest leaves, and it's about 2 inches longer than these two, which are newer than this one. These two are approximately the same size, so that means it did better, but it was still not, you know, it wasn't great. And that's kind of what you're looking for. Make sure that your leaves are actually, your newest leaves are longer and larger and bigger than the old ones. So now look at this one. This one is a newer leaf and is half the size of the older ones, right? So that's how I know that at one point it's stressed again. Now this new leaf is just coming out. I hope that this leaf here grows to be bigger than this one, and that's what you want. Your newest leaf, you want it to be larger. But look at this spike, you guys. Look at that beautiful spike. It's beautiful. Look at those beautiful roots. They're nice and luscious. Look at this one. I'm just excited about this one. It's been in this bottle for about 2 years, and when I potted it, it was just the bottom 2 leaves, and look at the size of them. Definitely smaller. And this is what you want. You want this, the growth. There's also a spike. I'm very excited because I don't know what this one looks like, so looking forward to that. All right, now that I've got those 2 phals out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and show you what I just repotted about a month ago, or I would say mount about a month ago. Actually, it was May 15th, and if I'm not mistaken. So let me show you. So look at this. That there is a Kingianum, and it was completely rootless, covered in mold, and I didn't know what to do with it. I was going to throw it out. I didn't even feel comfortable giving it to someone because it was just not in good shape. So I'm going to answer a question. Someone posted a comment on my last video asking why I don't use hydroperoxide to get rid of the mold. The answer to that is I do use hydroperoxide. I actually like using hydroperoxide. I feel like it's very, very good in disinfecting the orchids, making sure that nothing is there before, you know, nothing bad, no mold, no fungus, anything like that is alive when you repot your orchids. So I had used some hydroperoxide on the bark that I used. I sprayed it, but I don't think I used enough. I don't know. The point is that I ended up getting mold again. So eventually I realized what my issue was, and I fixed it. And I'll get to that in a minute. I just want to give you an update on these mounted orchids, and then I'll show you how I fix my issue in another video. But yeah, so I noticed, you guys, that there is a new growth now, after it was rootless and everything. And let me take you in closer. Alright, so I hope you can see that. So I finally have roots, at least one root, and these here are 2 little new growths. So you guys, if you guys want an orchid that you can't kill, I say you go with the Kingianums. So I still haven't gotten them to bloom, but I keep getting cakeys out of these things and new growths after trying so many times. I have gotten spikes, but for some reason my spikes dry out before they actually bloom. So they get about 2 to 3 inches long, and you can start seeing the little buds, and then they just dry out. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So if you do know what I'm doing wrong, let me know in the comments below. But I'm very excited because, you guys, look, there was nothing left. You see that? It was just dead roots. It's doing great. I'm very excited. I hope it does well. I've tried mounting orchids on this tree before. I had mounted a Phalaenopsis and it died. So who knows? This one might survive. So you guys, this one here is the BLC Hawaiian Passion Carmela. There's a tag. And, well, I didn't put a sticker, but I mounted these all at the same time. So this one here, had a little bit of mold, right? It wasn't that big of a deal, but I noticed that this one was just not doing well on the pot. I mean, it kept getting new growths, and they were just small. The roots kept dying. I don't know what I was doing. And this one was one of like 3 or 4 that just weren't doing great. A month later, look at this. A new growth. I expect to see roots pretty soon. So I guess it was a good thing. I knew I wanted to try something different with these Galileas that just weren't doing great in the pot. And as you can see, it's doing good. Well, at least it's bouncing back. There's a new growth. And I expect to see roots soon. And look at my little fertilizer. This is what it looks like. The next one up is the Little Star Yasuki Takasaki. And you guys, this one was doing good, actually. It was alright. It wasn't doing great in the pot, but it wasn't doing really anything. It had like a growth at one point, and the growth just died. The roots are still good. They haven't died off completely. I haven't seen any growths yet, but I hope it does well here. Look at the log. Doesn't it look cute? You guys, one of the other ones that wasn't doing so well, and you can tell, look, it was dry. It was just, I mean, it was just doing nothing. Was this one here. It was not enjoying the pot. And this one is the BLC Memory Grant Etchler Lynette. And you guys, let me show you. A month after being mounted, look at that. I hope you can see that. Look at that growth. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah, I'm very excited because, like I said, these were a few of my orchids that I just were not enjoying the pots. I think I'm going to move this one into a bigger log. Now that I think about it, look at how tiny it looks. I don't know. I just don't want to have to remount later. Look at this one here, you guys. This one is, oh yeah, see? Let me see if I can get that in there. Mounted May 16, 21. All these were mounted, and I don't know why I didn't put a label on the other ones. But this one is the C. Sierra Doll Little Rivers crossed with the Potnera Winter Circle crossed with Potnera Royawada Purple Passion. This one has bloomed for me before, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. But let me tell you, let me show you guys. Look at those roots. Starting to see roots after a month. And this here is a growth. Can you see that? Beautiful, right? It looks like it might be a big plant, so that's why I have it in this larger log. Look at that. Beautiful. This one here, it's also in a large log just because it's a dendrobium and they tend to get long, so. But this one is the Dendrobium Burana Fantasy, and I mounted it on May 11th, 2021. So this one is putting out a new growth there. Alright, this one's also putting out a new growth, you guys, but it's too small for you guys to see it. I'll give it a few more, like another month or so before you can see it, but look at this. Beautiful, right? And you guys, this is avocado tree. My sister chopped up her avocado tree from her mother-in-law's house, and I ended up getting some branches that it was already dry. I just drilled the holes. You guys saw the video. Check it out if you haven't. But look at these. They're cute. This one is what I believe to be the Oncidium Lemon Drop. It's a dancing lady. So I think it was my recent one. If you guys don't recall, when I first started my YouTube channel about a year ago, I already had these, this Oncidium, and it was a pretty big plant. I ended up just having like 2 shriveled bulbs, kind of like I do now. These 2 grew while they were in my intensive care. I was just a tray with water, and I had a heat pad, so that heat pad would create this humidity, right? And it liked it. It actually put out these 2 new growths. But as soon as I removed it from there and I potted it in the actual pot, it just shriveled, you guys. I mean, shriveled. It put out this new growth. And there's roots there. Look at that. Look at those roots. So I'm hoping that, look at those roots. You see that? It's doing good for now. I'm hoping that this growth grows bigger and actually matures. I also have it in a little decent sized log. My goal is for it to get just surrounded and, like, you know, these spikes just droop. That's how I envision it. I don't know if that's actually going to happen. This is my first time I actually mount orchids, or at least this many, so I will let you guys know once they get big. But yeah, they look cute. Just can't get over it. These 2, I'll show you. It's 2 different ones. There are anusmums. One is the white anusmum. This is all I have. I don't know what happened. When I got it, it was full of leaves. During the winter, it dropped the leaves. It started getting these little buds. I thought it was gonna bloom, and it just didn't, you guys. It just didn't. Now I see those buds that I thought, oh, those things, those little nubbits. Those little nubbins that I thought were blooms are actually keikis. See that? So I'll have some keikis. Once they mature, if they mature, I'm just going to end up mounting them on the same pot. Not on the same pot, look at me. On the same log. So it creates a bigger, luscious plant. The next one, you guys, this is all I had left. A little cane with a keiki. I attached the cane there. You can't see it because I covered it in moss. But look at the keiki. Hopefully it survives. Little cute log. Look at that. This one is the Dendrobium nephritis quest crossed with the little sweet scent. Check this out, you guys. So I didn't mount this. I haven't done anything since I received it. It came in this little basket. You see this? So these are my S hooks. I love using these hooks. But look, keikis, and I see roots. And this one here is Anusmum Little Sweet Scent. So I'm looking forward to actually, once these keikis get big enough, I'm probably just gonna mount them on a log, to be honest with you. I feel like they're doing much better on the logs than in a pot. The next one up is also enus mums. If you remember, for my birthday, I ordered a box of enus mums, 12 enus mums. Well, this was at the beginning. I didn't really know much about enus mums. It was my first time. I was expecting like 12 different enus mums, and I ended up getting like 4 varieties, like 4 plants each, total 12. So actually these here are 4 plants. It's all the same, and these are all the enus mums. They touch a class, and they're all putting out new growths. Look at this. You see these here? 2 new growths there. Let me rotate it. Another 2 there. Another 2 on this plant. And I finally saw these 2 this morning, right there. And when I say this morning, I literally got home from work because I had a 24-hour shift. I had a 24-hour shift last night, so I just got home. I got home Friday. No, I got home Thursday from, I was gone for about a week and a half. Thursday night, had a 24-hour duty day Friday, and then I'm off this morning. So I haven't seen my plants, and I see a lot of growth, you guys, a lot. You guys remember this one? If you don't, take a look at one of my other videos. I'll put the link up here. So this was in a bottle for 2 years, and I decided to do maintenance on the bottles. There was a lot of algae in the bottles because I used moss in there, and after 2 years I couldn't see the roots anymore. So I thought I'd take the plant out and put it back in the bottle once it was cleaned. Well, it didn't really work out, you guys. What happened was that the root system was too big, and I couldn't put it in there again. So I ended up mounting it on this log, and it looks beautiful, you guys. I love it. Check it out. And what you see here is Spanish moss, live Spanish moss. Look at the spike. You see that spike there? And I have roots. You see those roots? I thought I was going to set it back, but I actually didn't. There's a new root there. There's some on the side. There's more on the back. Probably can't even see it right there. And then there's roots coming from between these older leaves. I'm sorry, it's moving too much, but I love it. So I'll share a picture with you guys. Last year it was in bloom, and it had 4 spikes. This year, this would have been the 3rd spike, the one you see here. The first one, it started sprouting sometime December, and I think it was still a little too cold out here, and it kind of died. This one here is the 2nd spike, and it just, you know, after I don't know, a few months it just stopped growing. I don't know what happened, and now look. But this, like I said, this plant last year had 4, so I was expecting at least a few more, and sure enough, this would have been the 3rd. You guys already know this one, the Panera. It's been mounted since April 11th of last year, and I thought it actually, let me rewind a little. So when I first mounted it, it did great. I got a lot of roots. Look, right? It did great. I mean, it put out just a lot of roots. Then I dropped it. So a lot of the plant detached, and a lot of the roots just broke off. So I moved it. I put it somewhere more secure. I haven't dropped it since. There's new roots pushing through from the old roots that are still alive. Look at that. And you can't, I don't know if you can really see it, but there's a new growth in the back, and there's one that's starting to sprout from here. So I'm very excited. I hope this year it blooms. It should be, I expected maybe another year, but one of my friends bought the same box I did from Carmela around the same time, and hers already bloomed, and it looks amazing. I love it. And if I'm not mistaken, I think she said it was fragrant. So I hope mine blooms too. Look at this. My Sherry baby didn't bloom last year. I hope this year it blooms from this new growth. Look at it. It's already huge. Tons of new roots. Doing good. This one's been on this for about, since February 2020. So this one, you guys, was another one. This is the Galileo Wakarina Kenny. It was another one that was just not doing anything being in the pot. If anything, they were just shriveling and dying. These are actually two of the new growths. The older ones just kind of rotted away. So, look, they're definitely smaller and thinner, but there's a new growth coming through. I'm very excited because I'm glad they took better to the mounts than the pots. Very, very excited about that. This one here, you guys, it's been in the bottle, you guys know. It had a spike with buds already in it. I couldn't even get the words out. I was just so devastated. I came home one day and the spike was hanging off the side. Buds shriveled. I was gone for like a week. Came home to find my broken spike. But look at those roots. They're starting to expand. Very excited. And let me show you. I'm not even going to move this one from here because the log is just heavy. But look at that. This is the Dendrobium Second Love. You guys, look at these cakeys. This one started to push out these little buds in like November, December, I think. And really, you guys, I thought it was going to bloom for the first time, but it turned out to be just a bunch of cakeys. I don't know what I did wrong. This plant was out here all year round since I got it. I decided to grow this one. If you guys don't remember, I potted one and I mounted one. This is the mounted one, and it was out here all year round. Right, so I mean, it looks good. Very big, very vigorous. It has 5 new growths down here and a bunch of cakeys. The thing is that, so my understanding was that you kind of cut back on the water, and then during winter months, and then, you know, expose it to cold temperatures or lower temperatures, and then during spring you start watering again. I think I started watering a little too early. I started watering in like January. So if you own one like this and you wait longer to water, please let me know, because I think that was my mistake, you guys. That's pretty much it, you guys. That's all I have. I'm just gonna show you around really quick while I say goodbye. What my garden looks like. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, you guys. It really helps my channel out. Also, if you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. Once again, and it helps my channel out, and I'm really grateful for you guys' support. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns for me, do leave those in the comments below. If I don't respond, please be patient. I do respond to all my comments. It just takes me a little longer than usual for sometimes when I'm not in town to get internet access. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and you guys have a fantastic day. Bye.